drivers all in the pits currently. Let's see who comes out first. Looks like we've got a Red Bull ready to come out. And it is iZombie, I believe. And then Alfa Romeo has just cut out in front of him there. The Alfa Romeo of Flawless. Let's ride on board with Flawless as he goes on his outlap here in the Sakir Desert. You can see there the tyres are quite cold for Flawless in the Alfa Romeo, losing a bit of traction there, and that's the point of your outlap, is you want to get the tyres in the optimum temperature so that you can start that flying lap, set the best time possible. Flawless is coming round. Final corner, ready to start. The first flying lap of the session here in Q1. DRS wide open for that Alfa Romeo. Passes the Alpine coming out of the pit lane there quite nicely. Not a bad start for the Alfa Romeo. DRS open again. Can be a tricky section to get right here in Sector 2, but he is kissing all those apexes really nicely. Shoots just a little bit wide there on that corner. Coming through here. DRS open again. As he comes through the end of Sector 2 up the hill. Couple of tight corners here into turn 13, carrying some great speed with it, and into Sector 3, nice long straight. You can see the Red Bull behind just glitching across the track. Flawless is coming round, set the first lap time of the session. DRS open. What is that time going to be? It is a 1:26.9, and that Red Bull iZombie just behind a 1:27.2. We have another time set. I think coming is a McLaren of KR12, 1:28.0. Have a couple more cars coming through here. Vinny Cousin, R8 Storm steals the fastest lap of the session so far. It is a 1:26.4. Cast 420 just taking a bit too much curb there. Probably lost him a wee bit of time. DRS open. And it's a 1:27.9. As you can see, there's a mix of lap times being set here. So I imagine there will be a number of drivers who will need to go out again. Red Bull of Dirty Chewbacca. DRS open. Very respectable time, just above his Red Bull teammate. Red Bull currently third and fourth at 1:27.1. A lot of drivers on their outlaps currently. Jay Richardson in the Alpine currently has an invalidated lap, so we'll need to go again. Starfish in the Aston Martin on a flyer at the moment. Bit of traffic ahead of him, but that Alfa Romeo has got out of the way quite nicely for him. Aston Martin climbing up the hill. Oh, spins out. See, that's what we're talking about. The traction in F1 2021 is a lot different. All the tracks feel very different compared to the last game because of the regulation changes. Less downforce on those cars. So Starfish will have to go again if he wants to set a good lap time. Let's see who else we've got here. On board with Jay Richardson on the medium tires here on the Alpine. Coming through Sector 2. Coming into turn 10. Tight little corner. Takes it quite nicely. DRS open again for the Alpine. Takes that corner quite nicely. Up the hill he goes. Turn 13 coming up. Takes it a wee bit wide, but manages to stay within track limits. You can see he had to wrestle with the back end of the car there a little bit. Nice straight coming up to the final corner. And DRS for that Alpine. What time? Well, Jack Richardson said it is good enough for 13th place, just above his teammate. And you can see here we have a Williams that has crashed on track there on the main straight. That is Mecca 84 in the Williams. First retirement of the session. Hasn't even set a lap time. Really unfortunate. DXT Viper in the Mercedes facing the wrong way. Had to get that car facing the right way again. A lot of drivers are falling foul to lack of traction on these cars. Namibian Boy, second retirement. And we also have Boscombe Boy, who has got a 5-place grid penalty for when he starts the race. That means that he will start 5 places less than where he qualifies. And Boscombe Boy is yet to set a lap time. Looks to be on a flyer at the moment. See, it looks like he's struggling with a lot of understeer on that car. And has decided to just park up on track there. Starfish is on another flying lap. Looks like he is down on his best time at the moment, which is great to see for the Aston Martin. 0.5 seconds off his best time so far. Can he gain a bit more time as he comes down this straight in Sector 3 into the final corner? Turn 15. DRS again for the Aston Martin. What time can he get on the board? Does look like he has improved his time massively. He is up in first, the fastest time of the session so far. Not far, R8 Storms in the McLaren, not far off. But that does bring the Aston Martin up 126.3. Great lap from Starfish. And we do have another retirement of the session. It is the Haas of SYM. That means we have had 3 retirees in Q1 so far. Drivers at risk are still the drivers who have yet to set a lap time. That's Darth Tyler in the Aston Martin and Boscombe Boy in the AlphaTauri, both in the pits currently. We do still have a bit of time left on the session for those guys to come out and set a lap time. Ralphie Squad's on a flyer here at the moment. Does improve his lap time, shaves 2.9 seconds off it, bumps himself up into 11th. That does put him in a bit more of a comfortable position. His teammate, however, in 14th place, currently coming out of the pits, did set his fastest time on the mediums, has now swapped to the soft tyres. It does look like that's what his teammate has done, Ralphie Squad. So Richardson is going to want to bump himself up the grid there to secure himself a place in Q2. Have the Haas out there on a flying lap, but not improving their best lap time at the moment. Currently over a second up on their time. And low fuel, so they will go into the pits. It's interesting because we've got a couple of guys out on outlaps who have probably secured their place in Q2. For example, Vinny Cousin on an outlap, currently in 5th place. I would imagine that time is potentially good enough to see him through to Q2. So I don't really understand why these drivers are taking the risk of potentially an incident or a collision of some kind. See, there we go. A Ferrari has span out there. Luckily he was able to keep it under control and not go into the barrier there. But if I was Vinny Cousin, I would be just heading back into the pits and waiting when the clock goes down. 4 minutes left on the session. DXT Viper in the Mercedes is on an outlap currently, about to start a flying lap. Let's ride on board with DXT Viper as he has DRS on the first straight off the lap. Little bit wide there, but takes that corner not too bad at all as he makes his way through sector 1, shaving 1.3 seconds off his time so far into sector 2. Can he shave a bit more time off? I'm sure he can. Not bad at all from DXT Viper so far. DRS open as he motors his way through sector 2, coming into sector 3 here shortly up the hill. Bit wide. .3 off his time still. Imagine it's not going to be an awful lot unless he shaves a lot of time off here, which he very may well do. DRS open, and that's where he lost a lot of his time previously. 11.4 seconds off his time. That bumps him up to 13th place, a 128.9. As you can see, this grid is looking very, very competitive. We have a couple of drivers in the 126. We've got a handful of drivers in the 127s and equally a handful of drivers in the 128s. This is shaping up to be a very exciting qualifying here in the Sakir Desert. Let's ride on board with Darth Tyler. Yet to post a lap time. Loses a wee bit of traction there, taking the curb. DRS open. Can he bump that Aston Martin up and secure himself a place in Q2 with his teammate? Navigating his way through sector 2 quite nicely there. Into sector 3. DRS open again for the Aston Martin. It is a 1:30.8 at the moment. That would not be good enough for Q2. Boscombe Boy starting a flying lap here. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. This could be the last lap he gets to set and the first lap time that he gets on the board. Can he make it good enough for a Q2 appearance alongside his AlphaTauri teammate Cas 420? Navigating not too bad through sector 1, bit twitchy on the steering wheel there. Oh, that Alpine was rejoining the track there. Luckily there wasn't a collision. Boscombe Boy kissing that corner quite nicely. DRS open. Up the hill, coming into sector 3. He's managed to keep the car on the track facing the right direction. That's always positive. Back down the hill, final corner of the track on the brakes. You can see the brakes are glowing red there. And what time is it going to be for Boscombe Boy? It's a 1:29.9. Only good enough for 18th at the moment. And that does look like it will potentially conclude his qualifying unless he decides to go on a consecutive flying lap. You can see his ERS only has 19% on it. He will not have enough ERS battery power to do him for the whole lap, which will make a massive disadvantage. We do have I the best don't mess on an invalidated lap. That does mean that he will not improve his time of 1:29.3 in 17th place. Darth Tyler equally an invalidated lap, only good enough for 16th at the moment. The only driver that we have not on an invalidated lap at the moment is Boscombe Boy. Is he continuing to power his way through on this lap? Can he improve his lap time? Sector 2, full throttle. Goes a bit wide, but within track limits. Into Sector 3. On the brakes, down in the 3rd gear. Back on the power. DRS open. And Boscombe Boy does shave a bit of time off his previous time. 0.2 seconds, but unfortunately it does not improve his position. And that is it for Q1. Join us as we make our way into Q2, where it's all about strategy. It's all about race strategy for our drivers. Who is going to want to start the race on the medium tires and go a bit longer, and who's going to want to start on the soft tires. Potentially a better starting race tire, but will not last as long in the race. Stick with us as we begin our journey into Q2. Welcome back to Q2 here in the Sakir Desert. Just a bit of a reminder of the drivers we have with us. We have 2 Alfa Romeos, Flawless and Irregularly. We've got 2 Bulls, Dirty Chewbacca and Zombie. We have the Mercedes of DXT Viper, who just scraped it into the session. KR12 and Storms, 2 McLarens, KR12 reserving for McLaren. And we have 2 Alpines, Richardson and Ralphie squad. We also have 1 Williams, Hans. His teammate did retire, unfortunately, from the previous session. And we also have the Aston Martin of Starfish and the AlphaTauri of CAS 420 and the Haas of ASERP 07. As you can see, we have a mix of strategies here. At the moment, we have about half the grid on the medium tires, and we have half the grid on the softs. On board with Flawless, who has opted for the medium tires. That means if he does set his fastest lap time in this session on those medium tires, that will be the tire choice that he will start on, and most likely go for a one-stop strategy, mediums to hards. Let's see what Flawless can do. He was the first one out on track in the Q1. He is the first one out on track in Q2. He is going to set the benchmark that all other drivers are absolutely striving for as he goes through Sector 1. First straight, DRS open. Takes that corner beautifully. Back on the par. Just kisses the corner. Another DRS zone. As he comes through into Sector 2. He may face a bit of traffic here with the Alpine in front of him. Hopefully they are able to get out of the way. Looks like we do have a retirement. It is DXT Viper in the Mercedes. First retirement of the session. Really unfortunate for DXT Viper. That means that they will not proceed into Q3, into the top 10 shootout. Flawless is navigating his way through Sector 2 up the hill into long straight. Loses a bit of traction as he touches the curve there. Keeps the car under control quite nicely into Sector 3. Final corner of the lap. Just a wee bit wide there. DRS open. He did not have any traffic on that lap. It is a 128.3 on the medium tires. His teammate of 128.9, Vinny Cousin, in the Ferrari has improved on the time on a medium tires of 127.5. That is a good bit faster than the Alfa Romeo of Flawless. On board with Dirty Chewbacca in the Red Bull, who is on a flying lap on the soft tires, navigating his way through Sector 2. DRS open. Ralphie squad of 128.8. Dirty Chewbacca coming through the final corner here. Sorry, he's coming into Sector 3 actually. Final corner coming up now. On the par. DRS for the Red Bull. Fastest lap time off the session on the soft tires of 126.9. and Richardson, the other Alpine in the session, a 129.7 on the soft tires. KR12 a 137.6 on the soft tires. A bit off the pace there. He'll want to go again, and does look like he is going again. He shaved 8.8 seconds off his time as he is coming through sector 3. Looks like the final straight DRS open for that McLaren. He bumps his way up into 4th place, a 128.1 on the soft tires. R8 Storms also looks like they're on a flying lap. Does look like they have lost their front wing. Are they going into the pits for a new front wing? That McLaren is all over the show, and they are absolutely going into the pits for a new front wing. CAS 420, first lap of the session on the soft tires for CAS as he is navigating his way through sector 2. Took a bit too much curb there, lost a bit of traction, didn't take the cleanest line, lost a bit of time. Bit wide there, and the lap has been invalidated. CAS 420 will have to go again if he wants to get a time on the board. What about Zombie? Zombie is on an out lap currently, just out of the pits. Starfish in the Aston Martin, the only Aston Martin in the session at the moment, on the medium tires. Riding on board with Starfish as he looks to start his first flying lap on the medium tires. Let's see what he can do. Very tight to the corner there. Exactly what you want to see. DRS open for that Aston Martin down the straight. No traffic ahead as he comes through into sector 2. He does have a car off the track in front of him. Hopefully that's not going to cause him any issues. They have rejoined. Hopefully they can see there is a car in the flying lap just behind, and they move out of the way. That should be CAS 420. Is he going to move out of the way for that Aston Martin? Hopefully so. Aston Martin DRS open. You can see he is gaining on that AlphaTauri up the hill. Oh, and he loses it into the barrier. And he spins. How he did not retire that car, I have absolutely no idea. That car span about 5 times, and the front wing just splattered everywhere. Unbelievable skill from that Aston Martin to keep that car going as he bombs it into the pits. And he is going to have to get a new front wing and go again. CAS 420 struggling in this session as well, hasn't set a lap time yet, spun out, invalidated a lap time, and is currently in the pits just resetting, and hopefully will go again. Zombie also not set a lap time, invalidated lap at the moment. R8 Storms on a flying lap, currently not invalidated, which is great, coming into sector 2 on the medium tires. His McLaren teammate KR12 up in 4th currently. Can he bump his McLaren up the board and join his teammate in Q3? That McLaren is bombing it down the straight. DRS open. And just behind his teammate, a 128.2 for Storms in the McLaren. That's a great result, especially on the medium tyres as well. Hopefully that will secure him a place in Q3. CAS 420 and Starfish both on flying laps again. Only 2 drivers not to set lap time currently. 4 minutes left on the clock here in this session, so they'll want to get a lap in there as quickly as possible to avoid any immense pressure near the end of the session. It is showing CAS 420 as on the soft tyres, but actually looks like he's got the medium tyres on. Let's see what he can do with those medium tyres on. CAS 420 going through sector 2, tight corner there, takes it really nicely. You can see he's got a Williams in front of him. I believe that is the Williams of Hans. Got out of the way perfectly to let CAS 420 pass as he makes his way up the hill and into sector 3. CAS 420, time on the board, 128.2 on the medium tyres, good enough for 7th place at the moment. Do you have Starfish, who is yet to set a time, and a couple other drivers who will want to improve on their times as well. So CAS 420 not in a bad position, but not necessarily safe just yet. Acer 07 in the Haas on a flying lap currently on the medium tyres, looking to improve on his time and get himself into Q3. Is he improving on his time at the moment though? Let's see as he makes his way into sector 3. He is not at the moment. He is currently up 6 seconds, but there is enough time for him to do another flying lap, which I imagine that's what he is going to do. And he is actually going into the pits, so he will not have an opportunity to set another lap time. So that means that we will lose the Haas in this session. Ralphie's squad is also on a flying lap at the moment, but you can see he is up on his best lap time. So he ran a bit wide there, and and he spins out on track. Really unfortunate for Ralphie's squad. And again, he will not have time to set another lap. Let's check in with his teammate. Also has an invalidated lap, so we will lose both Alpines as his teammate spins out as well. Looks like Flawless is going through on a flying lap here on the soft tyres. He set his best lap time on the mediums, and he wants to solidify his space in Q3, which is why he has opted for the faster tyre to make sure he absolutely gets that Alfa Romeo through with his teammate into Q3. Flawless comes through the RS Open, and the Alfa Romeo smashes it out of the park, a 127.1, and Dirty Chewbacca also a 126.9. Both drivers have confirmed their place in the Q3 top 10 shootout. Join us shortly for Q3 final qualifying session of the night here in the Sakir Desert. Welcome back to Q3, our final qualifying session here of the night in Bahrain. As you can see, we have the first driver out. It is Dirty Chewbacca. This is the top 10 shootout. Drivers are competing for pole position, and who is going to start on pole position here in the desert. Dirty Chewbacca will get the opportunity to set the first lap of the session, which is the benchmark for the rest of the drivers to strive towards. Let's see what they do. Looks like we have all drivers out on track doing out laps at the moment. The only driver in the pits currently is Cas 420 in the AlphaTauri. Let's ride on board with the Red Bull of Dirty Chewbacca as he starts his first flying lap of the session in his hunt for pole position here in Bahrain. The RS wide open, extracting the maximum out of that Red Bull Honda power. Slows down, takes that corner quite nicely, does not lose traction, which is really positive. Had to correct himself there as he was taking the corner too tight. Back up into 8th gear, DRS open. Slightly on the corner there. Oh, bit wide there. That causes him a bit of difficulty, but manages to keep the car nicely on track. Kisses that corner, the apex beautifully there, DRS open, back on full power. That is a 127. And Flawless comes in with the 126.9, and the McLaren of KR12 a 127.8. Vinny Cousin has set provisional pole a 126.5, and Starfish comes in straight away at 125.8. That is the first 125 of qualifying so far. Hans comes in with the 127.6. That puts him just above KR12. And iRegley in the Alfa Romeo just above his teammate. That's an Alfa Romeo 3-4. A great start for those guys. Let's ride on board with iZombie. Looks like he does have an invalidated lap and will need to go again. R8 Storms coming through Sector 3, looking to set his first lap time of the session. Can he get near his teammate or above his teammate in that McLaren? Let's find out. He does. It is good enough for 5th place, just below 2 of the Alfa Romeos. 5th place for R8 Storms, a 127 dead. And we have iZombie and Cas 420, both Honda powered cars on flying laps at the moment. We ride on board with Zombie. Let's see what time he can get on the board. His teammate is currently in 6th place at the moment. Can he get up near his teammate? Or better still, ahead of his teammate? As you can see, them brakes are working themselves to the bone. Roaring red brakes. You can see them again as he comes through that corner. DRS open for the Red Bull. Up the hill as he makes his way up to the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. A lot of the drivers are making their way back into the pits. Take a bit of a breather and go again. Zombie is coming through to set his first lap time of the session. Second last driver to do so. Coming through onto the final straight. DRS open for the Red Bull. And it is good enough for 5th place. A 127 dead. Just ahead of R8 Storms in the McLaren. That McLaren of R8 Storms is in a Red Bull sandwich currently. Cas 420 on his flying lap, I think, or actually he has just completed a flying lap of 127.7, just above KR12. KR12 will want to go again and try and get that McLaren up close to his teammate. Looks like we have Vinny Cousin in the Ferrari coming out again. He is currently in 2nd place in the front row, but that is not good enough for the Ferrari. He is going to want to absolutely improve on that time, get himself above the Aston Martin. Majority of the drivers are in the pits currently. 2 drivers on out laps, 2 drivers on flying laps at the moment, it would seem. Let's see what Vinny Cuz can do for us today. Can he put up a fight for pole position? He is currently a bit off the pole position time, but he is going to want to absolutely extract the maximum out of that Ferrari. Let's see as he starts another flying lap with just over 3 minutes left on the clock. DRS open. Carrying a lot of speed through that corner, and he spins out. Really unfortunate, but he will have time to go again. Just get the tire temps under control, try and regain a bit of battery, and go again. Let's check in with Cas 420, invalidated lap time. Looks like we have Dirty Chewbacca, 7th place currently on another flying lap. DRS open for the Red Bull. Teammate currently in 5th place. Can he get himself up there? Can he get himself ahead of his teammate? Let's see as he comes into Sector 2. He is very, very minutely down on his time. Takes that corner massively, massively wide there. Still within track limits, however. He's down on his time, but not enough to make a difference yet. Lap time invalidated. He's going to have to go again. He does have enough time to go again. Recharge the battery. Let's give it a second shot. Hans, the only William in the session at the moment. 8th place currently on a flying lap. We'll have a bit of traffic from the McLaren. He is currently on an out lap. And the Alfa Romeo of I. Wrigley. Let's see what Hans can do here with the Williams. Just ever so slightly a bit wide there. You can see the McLaren weaving a bit to get a bit of temperature into those tires. Williams up the hill. Keeps that car nicely under control. Let's have a look. Onto the final straight. Has improved on his time, but not enough to make an impact that Williams still stays in 8th place currently. Flawless, ever so slightly up on his time as he goes into Sector 2. Can still claw back a bit of time as he makes his way through the lap. Just 25 seconds left on the clock. Number of drivers in the pits. Both Red Bulls, CAS 420, they will not improve on their times. Vinny Cousin also in the pits will not get pole position on this occasion. It is looking like pole position is going to Starfish. Aston Martin at 125.8. Flawless is coming through Sector 3. DRS open. Can he get that Alfa Romeo up? It is up into 2nd place at 126.4. That is a great result from that Alfa Romeo. Got the 2nd Alfa Romeo, I. Wrigley, coming through Sector 3. Can he join his teammate a bit further up the board? He does not on this occasion. KR12, 8th place at the moment. R8 Storms, looks like he is the last driver to set flying lap. Is he going to get that McLaren up anymore? He does! He steals 2nd place from Flawless. There you have it. Aston Martin pole position for Starfish. R8 Storms 2nd place. Great result from the McLaren. Flawless Alfa Romeo in 3rd place. Vinny Cousin in an Alfa Romeo sandwich at the moment. Got both Red Bulls 6th and 7th. KR12 in the McLaren 8th place. Hans 9th place in the Williams, and CAS 420 10th place currently. What an exciting Q3 this has been. Join us shortly as we start our race in the desert. Welcome back to RIZE Racing League Division 2 race here in Bahrain. Our drivers are just getting themselves warmed up with the formation lap currently as we ride on board with Starfish, who set a cracking lap time for pole position in Q3. Just a reminder for you all of where our drivers are starting and what tyres they're starting on, because obviously strategy does absolutely come into it. As you can see, a lot of the guys starting at the back of the grid have absolutely opted for the medium tyres, from Kaz 420 in 10th place down to DXT Viper in 14th place have opted for medium tyres. Namibian Boy in the Ferrari has interestingly opted for the soft tyres, definitely a change of strategy in comparison to the rest of the drivers at the back of the grid. Darth Tyler, I the Best Don't Mess, Mecha 84, SYM and Boscombe Boy opting for the medium tyres. From 5th place Wrigley down to Hans 2242 in the Williams have opted for the soft tyres. Flawless soft tyres. Vinny Cousin medium tyres in the Ferrari, and R8 Storms and Starfish have both opted for the medium tyres as well. We ride on board with Starfish. You can see our drivers are weaving from side to side, trying to get as much heat into those tyres ahead of the race start. Drivers are going to want their tyre temps to be in the optimum position so they can get a great start, launch off the grid. It's a long straight down into turn 1, and a very narrow turn 1 at that as well, so drivers will want to get great acceleration off the grid. Drivers can also take advantage of a bit of slipstream as well. This is going to be an exciting turn 1, and hopefully one that will have no incidents, all being well, but we shall see. As Starfish places the Aston Martin on the grid. Looks like the back of the grid, Boscombe Boy in P20 has set his car, and we get ready for 5 red lights. Looks like the grid has taken off. Really, the most random thing. Safety car is out already. Benny Cousin 5-second penalty. Richardson 5-second penalty. We have drivers spinning off left, right and centre here. Drivers just getting penalties. Unbelievable. and we're having technical issues with this lobby, so we're going to restart a new lobby and go straight back into the race again. Just bear with us as we work through this. And it slides out, and away we go. We have a Haas that's just flew right up there. SYM. Not sure what the hell's going on there. We have a safety car out as well. That we're not getting much luck here from this start. Looks like our drivers have went off. I don't know what is going on here. We have Starfish has just crashed out. Collisions left, right, and center. Okay, we're gonna get another lobby up and running here. Just bear with us. I can't hear you, mate. Distract. So no, let me check here. I'll go through it with you. Let's see. I'm just getting it up here. So everything all it's just loading here. I'll get it up so I can show you. crazy. Right, so assist restrictions is... So steering assist off, braking assist off, anti-lock brakes on, traction control full, racing line corners only, gearbox automatic, pit assist off, pit release off, ERS off, DRS off. Yeah, Bahrain. Custom grid, yeah. Just realist, dynamic. Yeah, and then rules and flags on, corner cutting strict, park primary rules on, safety car standard, formation lap off. And then AI difficulty 85, surface type realistic. Collisions on, ghosting off, and then tire temperature, surface, and carcass. And that's it. Are you sending everyone invites? Are you showing online now? Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna send you the grid here now on Discord if you wanna stick it in a custom grid. I just sent it across to you. Yeah. Yeah, Vinny's joining now, and then that's us. So are you setting the grid now and then just moving Vinny up whenever he joins? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Hopefully he's joining here in a wee second. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like I said, like I don't have a clue about this stuff, so like if I just leave it up to Kraken because he's the expert. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, we waited long enough. Oh, he's in. Right. What is it? No, just through the Xbox. Actual Xbox. The audio should just be coming through now if we're in the party. Oh minute, let me check Twitch, because I'm pretty sure the audio should be coming through. No, I can hear it on the Twitch channel. It's definitely coming through for me. How random. Maybe it only lets, does it only let you do one voice at a time? Right, I'm gonna have to start here, sorry, but... Alright guys, and it slides out and away we go. Starfish still in the lead after taking pole position here in Bahrain. It's been a long night for our drivers. Many issues. Looks like the drivers have made it through quite smoothly. No issues just yet. Oh, and we have a Haas that's just came right off into the barrier. And yellow flags is out. Haas still running, but way off the rest of the pack. This is a great start for our drivers here today. No safety car, they've done better than our Division 1 drivers. Starfish leading the way in the Aston Martin, starting to gain a bit of a gap there to the second person, who is Flawless, who has gained. Second, Alfa Romeo, 0.5 seconds off Storms, the McLaren. Grid is super tight at the moment. Look at this, we've got Red Bull. Dirty Chewbacca under pressure from KR12. Has a little look. Besides, not yet. We do have a long straight coming up here. KR12 and the McLaren can absolutely take advantage from the slipstream that is coming up here. He is gaining on that Red Bull as we head towards turn 1, side by side. And he gets the move done on the Red Bull. He now has his other Red Bull teammate Zombie ahead of him to overtake. Excellent job from KR12. Flawless, 0.3 seconds behind Starfish, is absolutely putting him under pressure. Flawless on the soft tires, Starfish on the medium tires. Looks like we have a yellow flag. Vinny Cousin has DNF'd. Not sure what's happened there, really unfortunate for Vinny Cousin. First retirement of the session for the Ferrari, his Ferrari teammate in 16th place currently. 5-second time penalty for Wrigley, with Richardson in the Alpine. Second DNF, Darth Tyler, and we have a safety car out. Just looking at where our drivers have gained and lost in the starting laps here today. Boscombe Boy up 6 places, started 20th, now 13th. I the best don't mess up 5 places, now in 11th. Richardson in the Alpine down 4 places, and DXT Viper down 4 places. We have a 5-second time penalty for Dirty Chewbacca as he speeds into the pit lane. That's not what he will want. Looks like he is serving the time penalty there. Richardson also 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. These drivers are going to have to take it a bit easier as they come into the pits. Acerp in the Haas up 4 places. His teammate has crashed out at the start. Managed to keep the car going, but is down in 18th place currently. As you can see, our drivers are bunched up behind the safety car. We've got a few stragglers going behind there. Namibian boy in the Ferrari, Richardson in the Alpine, DXT Viper, and SYM in the Haas. Still have a bit of catching up to do. Safety car is still out at the moment. We've had no reports from race control that it will be going in just yet. Dirty Chewbacca taking a second trip to the pits and a second 5-second time penalty for the Red Bull. Not a great start to his race. I think you might be right. Let's have a look at the penalties that we have. Dirty Chewbacca, drive-through penalty after 2 5-second penalties. Now we'll have to serve a drive-through penalty. Really hindering his race here at the moment. He has already stopped twice and we are only in lap 4. So that is not what Dirty Chewbacca needs, especially his teammate who is up in 4th place at the moment. There is a real opportunity that the Red Bulls could have scored some really good points. The race is still early. Dirty Chewbacca absolutely can still make a comeback, but he is at the moment 12 places down in 18th place, last out of the running cars, and will have to serve a drive-through penalty. Will we get... We've had news from race control. Safety car is in this lap. You can see Starfish in the Aston Martin has bunched that pack together. SYM, severe collision with DXT Viper under safety car conditions. That's a 5-second time penalty. Not what he needs either. And Starfish gets going. Boscombe boy facing the wrong way. Starfish keeps the lead into turn 1. Got 2 McLaren Storms. Q3 KR12 looks like he has had an incident. Oh, look at this! Unbelievable. Alfie squad. This is not a race to remember for the Red Bulls. iZombie was doing a great race so far, down 13 places. His teammate is down 6. Not great news for the Bulls. Dirty Chewbacca gets an overtake on DST Viper. Up into 11th place. Now has his sights on Richardson in the Alpine. 0.7 seconds behind. Oh, and the Alpine goes way off. And there's a retirement from the Alpine. Not sure if his wheel just disconnected there. Safety car out again. Second safety car. And we're only in lap 5. Thought things started so well and it's all gone downhill from here. 3 drivers retired. Vinnie Cousin in the Ferrari. Darth Tyler in the Aston Martin. And Richardson in the Alpine, who just flew right off there. Starfish will meet the safety car again, and we'll have another period of safety car for the next couple laps. Hardly sure what is going on here. Starfish has managed to flip his car upside down and somehow has been able to get it back on track. Dropped 10 places though. I really don't understand what's happened there, but Flawless gets the lead up 2 places in the first place. Flawless has now picked up the safety car, up 2 places into first place. Storm's just behind 0.4 seconds, and Cass up 6 places. Dirty Chewbacca still to serve his drive-through penalty. We have 3 other drivers with penalties as well. Nabumian Boy, DXT Viper, both with 5-second penalties, and SYM with an 8-second penalty. Looks like we've had confirmation from race control that the safety car will be in this lap, I believe. Let me just see. And there we go. Flawless is away, 0.7 seconds ahead of R8 Storms. Disqualified, ignored, drive-through penalty. Dirty Chewbacca is out of the race. That is not what we need from the Red Bull. KR12 right on the back of the AlphaTauri of Cas 420, and Hans keeping KR12 in that McLaren honest. The best don't mess. Is getting interested in the Williams too. Takes the corner tight. Got a battle here down at the back. Zombie 0.4 seconds off the XT Viper. Zombie's teammate Dirty Chewbacca has been disqualified from the session, so he will want to put in a good performance to try and extract as many points as possible, both for himself in the constructors, or in the drivers, and also for Red Bull in the constructors. You can tell that he does have a bit more pace than Cass, and he gets a bit of contact there. Luckily manages to keep it on track. Zombie just a bit too eager to try and get the overtake done. There is a straight coming up. He can benefit from the slipstream, and he will benefit from the slipstream. Cass goes into the pits, and Zombie makes his way ahead. Haas teammates 10th and 11th currently. Acerp right behind Mecha 84, using his ERS side by side with the Williams, and gets the overtake done, but the Williams is looking to put a fight back, but the Haas manages to stay in front. Great move from the Haas there. Mecha 84 is not giving up just yet, 0.4 seconds behind. Namibian Boy gets an overtake on Hans, side by side. Hans is fighting back. Namibian Boy goes a bit wide to avoid contact there, and as a result still gets the overtake done. We have a yellow flag. It's out for Ralphie's squad, who has is now facing the wrong direction. Gets that Alpine facing the right direction. DRS has now been enabled for our front runners. The gap is a bit too much, 1.8 seconds between Storms and Flawless at the moment. Storms will not get DRS. KR12 putting in an excellent performance, up 4 places, and right behind his teammate. This could be a great result for McLaren here today in Bahrain. Halfway through the race, still a lot of time to go, a lot can happen. Namibian Boy right behind I the Best Don't Mess. Gets that overtake done. Bit wide. I the Best Don't Mess looking to take advantage of that. Both drivers side by side. I the Best Don't Mess backside of that to avoid any contact. And the Namibian Boy continues on his pursuit ahead. Ralphie squad 0.4 seconds off Alfa Romeo of Arrigal. Oh, Acerp getting interested in Boscombe Boy there. Made the right decision to back out of it at that time if he can keep that pace. Boscombe Boy spins out. Oh! What reflexes from Acerp to avoid the collision there. Safety car is out again. And just as Boscombe Boy spins out, his teammate Cas 420 DNFs. Unbelievable. Flawless has picking up the safety car. R8 Storms right behind. I the Best Don't Mess at the minute is in a really good position, up 13 places into the final podium spot. KR12. Just one place between him and his teammate. Could this be a double McLaren podium? Be a great way to start McLaren's season here. Boscombe also up 12 places. Also has a penalty to serve. What is that penalty? It is 3-second penalty for corner cutting. It's not reascending. If he keeps it under control, he could still finish in a very nice position. So as we have our safety car period at the moment, a bit of a reminder of the drivers that we have lost. Dirty Chewbacca disqualified. Really unfortunate. Was set to have a great race. Vinny Cousin also DNF'd for the Ferrari. Darth Tyler, Aston Martin has DNF. We have a couple of drivers here also going into the pits, taking advantage of the cheap pit stop. Under safety car conditions, you will not lose as much time in the pits as you would lose in normal circumstances. Richardson in the Alpine retired, and Cast 420 has also retired. And due to the pit stops, KR12 picks up the safety car, up 6 places currently on medium tyres. What are those tyres looking like? They are fresh tyres, fresh medium tyres. Zombie, 5 laps old hard tyres. Starfish, fresh hard tyres as well. Just having a look. Zombie also has, Starfish has a 5-second time penalty. Mecca 84, 10 places up so far. And on fresh softs, a little bit wide there. The XT Viper and Valvey squad looking to catch up with the rest of the grid. They're still a wee bit off. The XT Viper coming up to the back of SYM in the Haas. Valvey squad will look to join them shortly. We do have the safety car out for another lap at least, so it gives Valvey squad plenty of time to get back in the mix. Let's have a look. Valvey squad also on fresh soft tyres, so in a good position to attack once the safety car comes back in again. Yeah, and there we have it. Safety car is in this lap. KR12 currently in the lead on medium tyres. Zombie up 3 places, right behind. As we discussed, his teammate has been disqualified from the session, so Zombie is going to want to maximise the amount of points that he gets in this race. And KR12 gets an excellent start. Zombie already 1.2 seconds behind. Starfish side by side with Zombie. And gets the lead. Gets ahead of that Red Bull into turn 1. Red Bull is going to want to put a bit of a fight up against him. And Hans in the Williams is also getting interested. KR12 1.1 second behind Starfish, who is gaining quite rapidly on KR12. Looks like we have a spin out there from Hans in the Williams. He's cut across the track there quite dangerously as he looks to regain into track. He is down 4 places as a result of that spin. Acer 0.5 seconds off Namibia Boy in 4th place. Haas is running a great race, 6 places up at the moment. Starfish is also gaining on KR12 quite rapidly. Five seconds. KR12 weaving from side to side. I'm not sure if that's entirely legal. Trying to prevent Starfish from overtaking. Starfish does not matter. He is using his ERS. He is side by side with that McLaren. And into turn 1, he is ahead of the McLaren. Nothing KR12 could have done there. He is looking to push back. 0.2 seconds off. He is gaining. Has a little look. Decides not yet. I the best don't mess behind the Haas of SYM, who goes completely wide. I the best don't mess absolutely takes advantage of that, puts himself up into 10th place. That is up 10 places for I the best don't mess as he looks to gain some ground on Boscombe Boy. 3 seconds off at the moment. Hans right behind I the best don't mess in the Williams is wanting to get a bit interested in that also. Acer in the Haas gaining on Namibia Boy. 0.6 seconds off. DRS is now enabled. The Haas will not get DRS on this straight, but potentially will have DRS coming into the next zone after these first few corners. Someone else who will have DRS, I think, is KR12, but too far away to make a move. R8 Storm's also too far to make a move, and Acerp also too far to make a move. Positions in the front runners will stand as they are for now. Boscombe Boy also getting interested. We have a yellow flag out. It is Starfish is out. He has retired after gaining on KR12. It's been a roller coaster of a journey for Starfish this race, and unfortunately it does end with the retirement. Brings KR12 back up into the front runner. First place for now. iZombie just behind, and Storms side by side. Storms just ahead of the Red Bull there. That is a McLaren 1-2 currently, and Red Bull filling the 3rd spot. At least we don't have a safety car with us, and the drivers can continue as they please. Zombie is absolutely going on Storms and overtakes into the first corner. What is going on here? Storms is looking to put on a bit of a fight. And he does. He gets ahead off the Red Bull. But the Red Bull does not get DRS. It is the McLaren that gets the DRS. And will keep second place for now. Oh, spin out for Hans. Just loses traction coming through that corner. I imagine they're probably going to have some wing damage. As a result of that, potentially need to go into the pits. Alpha squad is gaining on the Williams. Does have company behind him. He has the Alfa Romeo of Irigo. Goes a bit wide there. Alfa Romeo gaining a bit of ground as a result. Gaining on that Alpine, using some extra battery power. Has a little look. Says not yet. We do have a DRS zone coming up, and he will get DRS on the Alpine. Side by side. And the Alfa Romeo leads into turn one. Actually does not. Does a bit of a switcheroo. Alfa Romeo up in the 9th place. Still 5 places down on where he started. And Zombie has retired from the session as well. And that brings out another safety car. Looks like Zombie has retired where Starfish went off as well. Disaster for Red Bull, both cars DNF. First race in Bahrain. But it is not a disaster for McLaren currently. McLaren 1-2 at the moment. Safety car is out. 18 out of the 29 laps. They're in a good place currently. Safety car is still out with us, and KR12 and the McLaren still leads. His teammate has went into the pits and has dropped down to 4th place, but is on fresh tyres now. So that will absolutely give them an advantage. Regal in the Alfa Romeo is on older tyres, 9 laps old, and also has a penalty to serve. What is the penalty? It is a 5-second penalty, so Storms will absolutely have a bit of an advantage there, even in front of the Haas as well. Acerp in the Haas with medium tyres, 7 laps old, and up 9 places, doing a great race at the moment. I the Best Don't Mess also up 10 places, and Boscombe Boy up 11 places. Got a couple of drivers who are catching up with the safety car queue. Mecha 84, Flawless, the XT Viper, and SYM in the Haas. Just a reminder, we have had a number of DNFs, but the drivers that we still have with us, we have 2 McLarens, KR12 and R8 Storms, both looking in very healthy positions at the moment. Storm's down 2 places but has pitted for fresh tyres and could make a real impact on the race in the final stages. Acerp in the Haas, 2nd place, currently up 9 places, and his Haas teammate is still running in the points at the moment. SYM 13th place. Irigal and Flawless, 2 Alfa Romeos running in the race still, and Ferrari, Namibia Boy, still running in the race. His teammate did DNF, unfortunately. We still have 2 Williams, 2 Mercedes, and we have 1 Alpine and 1 AlphaTauri as well, who has run a great race, up 11 places at the moment. Safety car will be with us, and he actually goes into the pits. KR12, good start, but under a lot of pressure from Acerp in the Haas. Looks like we're 3 wide here. The Haas gets ahead, but KR12 fighting back. McLaren also making a move on the Alfa Romeo and looking to make a move on the Haas. Breaks a bit later. Haas still fighting. And the Haas slots in right behind both of those McLarens. Oh no! The Haas spins out. Unbelievable. He was running such a good race. Does the right thing, waiting for all those cars to pass to rejoin the track again safely, but it's just really, really unfortunate. Acerp was running a fantastic race there. Slots in behind his teammate. Both McLarens dueling in the desert. But can they play the team game here and not race each other too hard? It is more important that McLaren get a double podium and a big haul of points here in Bahrain rather than DNF or damage. We've got the Ferrari of Namibian Boy fighting back on the Williams of Hans. Ferrari does lead into the corner, goes a bit wide. Williams tucks himself in quite nicely there. Keeps the pressure on Ferrari. Does not get DRS. DRS has not been activated yet. The Ferrari having a bit of a look. Boscombe Boy. Oh, Boscombe Boy! Just taps the... Oh! What is going on? Such an unsafe entry back into the track again, and that has ruined the race of a couple of other people. It looks like Mickey was impacted by that. Really, really, really unfortunate incident there. Unbelievable. DXT Viper behind SYM in the Haas, who had just gone wide. Flawless, 0.5 seconds off Hans, who is getting interested in the Mercedes of I the Best Don't Mess. Mimbian Boy was interested in Arrigo in the Alfa Romeo. DRS is now enabled. The Mimbian Boy won't get it on this straight, but if he keeps the gap that he has at the moment, he will get it in the next straight. Arrigo a bit wide. Ferrari power activated. DRS, ERS, he's using the whole lot to get that overtake done, and he does get that overtake done. The Ferrari is up into the podium places, a bit wide, and Arrigo fights back. Alfa Romeo back into third place. Boscombe Boy and Meke both into the pits. We're glad that they both did not have to retire as a result of that incident, but really unsafe entry back into the track again from Boscombe Boy. Oh, look at this. The Alpine and the Mercedes side by side. Alpine gets DRS, the Mercedes gets DRS. Mercedes way off track and the Alpine joins him. They're taking the scenic route. And that Alpine is suffering massively with real understeer, and as a result is losing a lot of time to the Mercedes of I the Best Don't Mess, who is gaining on Flawless in the Alfa Romeo and will get DRS. He's using his ERS as well. Mimbian Boy has lost a place to Hans in the Williams, but is fighting back, will get DRS on this straight. Goes for it. Ahead, coming into the corner, bit wide. Williams takes advantage of that by taking a shorter route through the corner. Williams up in third place. McLarens have got quite comfortable there in 1 and 2. Nice little gap between them, and not under a severe amount of pressure. Third place, almost 6 seconds gap. Mimbian Boy will get DRS again. Oh no! Just misses the braking point into the back of Hans. Imagine will sustain a bit of damage there on his front wing. Will he need to go into the pits? I'm not sure, but all I know is that this has made things a lot more comfortable for Hans, who is in third place and is very likely to get a podium place for Williams if he keeps up his current form. The Mimbian Boy does not appear to be going into the pits. He must have sustained minor damage. Flawless is coming along in the Alfa Romeo. The Mimbian shoots across the track to try and cover it. Late braking from the Alfa Romeo. Side by side, the Alfa Romeo on the inside of the corner gets a better exit and gets the overtake done. Alfa Romeo Flawless up in the fourth place, and the Mimbian Boy fighting back again, takes it a bit too wide. Alfa Romeo just slots right in there, and the Ferrari is fighting back. This is great racing from these two. Ferrari power on Ferrari power. We do have two other teammates fighting, SYM and Acerp. Two Haas remind me of Grosjean and Magnussen pushing themselves to the limits. Flawless has DRS on the Mimbian Boy. The Mimbian Boy in the Ferrari moves one way, moves another, tries to defend, can't do anything more at this stage. Flawless on the inside corner. Ahead of the Ferrari coming into turn 13. And onto the straight. If the Ferrari keeps that gap, he will get DRS on the straight at the start of the lap. Flawless has used all of his ERS. There's not much more he can do. The Namibian boy is gaining. He has DRS. Both cars side by side. Ferrari gets the overtake done. Flawless with DRS again. Ferrari trying to break the slipstream there. Locks up a little bit there. Flawless is absolutely keeping that Ferrari honest. Doing everything he can to get 4th place back. This is probably the tightest battle we have on track at the moment. KR12 5 seconds off his teammate, and Hans 5 seconds off KR12. Namibian boy is 3.2 seconds off Hans, but not enough. Not close enough yet to put up a fight for that final podium position. Let's have a look at our penalties here. All 3 of these drivers have 3-second penalties up in the top. SYM 15 seconds worth of penalties. That is not great. Looks like we have another DNF. Boscombe boy has DNF'd, unfortunately. He was running a pretty decent race there. That means that both AlphaTauris are out of the race and will score no points in Bahrain. They will leave the desert empty-handed. Flawless gaining on the Namibian boy. Locks up a bit. Alfa Romeo is looking to close in on that, take advantage of it. Oh, bit late on the brakes there from Flawless. Just 0.4 seconds between Flawless and the Namibian boy as they come into the straight. DRS for the Alfa Romeo. They will look to get an overtake done into turn 1. They are gaining, but it does not seem like they're gaining fast enough. Late on the brakes. Overshot it completely. We were lucky there was no collision there. He did well to avoid that collision. Gets an overtake done and will get DRS as well. That's exactly what that Alfa Romeo needs. Can he get a gap to the Ferrari, or will the Namibian boy continue to fight back? He is on fresher tyres, marginally. Acerp in the Haas, gaining on DXT Viper, just 0.3 seconds. Oh, late on the brakes again, has to force to go wide. Whoa, gets the overtake on DXT Viper. But DXT Viper fights back. Looks like the Namibian boy will get a 3-second penalty as well. That is not going to help him with his fight against Flawless. Flawless also 3.6 seconds away from Hans. If he can close that gap a bit more, he could secure himself a podium place. Acerp in the Haas. Straight here, using a bit of ERS power. And we'll get DRS in this next corner. DRS coming up 100 meters. The XT Viper has got a bit of distance between him and the Haas. Enough to see himself safe through this corner. But there is another DRS zone coming up here now. Haas will get DRS again. Flawless has closed that gap, just 2.6 seconds between him and Hans. If he keeps that up, that will be a podium place for the Alfa Romeo. It's exactly what this team needs. There we go, another DRS zone for Acerp. And there we have it, our 8 Storms. McLaren 1-2. Excellent haul of points for that McLaren team. Hans crosses the line, but so does Flawless, and with the penalty points in place, Flawless will get a podium position. The best don't mess. Mercedes in 6th place. Regal in the Alfa Romeo, not bad at all for Alfa Romeo, a double points finish. Acerp gets the move done on the last lap with the XT Viper. What an unbelievable overtake at the end there. Up 3 places, and with penalties actually goes up a bit further. Regal drops down as a result of penalties. Ralphie squad up into 9th place. Mecca 84. Final lap coming through the final corner. Williams both finished. A nice bag of points for Williams as well. SYM. There we have it, folks. That's our race here.